Well, about 3 in 10 kids today are diagnosed with ADHD. On the piece of paper that you have that's a timeline, there's an actual, this piece of paper is a timeline. And a lot of these statistics I drew off of a newsleader statistical paper that was from your own community, so that you could see that this is happening in your own community. Children are dealing with amazing stressors today. Parents are dealing with stressors. Look at what Jim, I think it was Jim who gave us our indication, was it? Jim, told us and reaffirmed for all of us that there's a lot of people in this community going through financial hardships. The kids feel all of that. So they're going to school, and a lot of them at kindergarten are being, whisked out of their homes, and they're being pitched out into the world, and they're going to school. They're changing classes, they're meeting new people, they're in this little thing, and it's not nurturing anymore as it was when I was a little girl.
How many kids are like, I don't want to go?
And you have to go. You have to go. This is what you have to do. You have to go to school. So what's happening to our little kids is they're scared. They're dealing with a lot of situations, both in their homes. Single parenting now is just off the chart. Their kids in kindergarten, there's a test in our school system now. There's like an FCAT test that they cannot pass kindergarten until they pass this test. Well, it's a very scary time, but think there's probably, it's a very high number that are not passing kindergarten, and they don't let them go on to first grade, and there's milestones, kindergarten, 4th grade, and then like 7th grade, and then 10th grade to get to high school. But what's happening with the kindergartners is, think about, you've got a little kid that was maybe nurtured at home, and they come to kindergarten, and they do good all year long on all their schoolwork. The parents work with them. Some do, some don't. Then they get this test, and there's so much pressure put on that test that they're freaking. So what happens then is you get a little child that gets told right from the beginning of their life, you're a failure. You're not good enough to go on to the first grade. Now you all in here have memories of different events that have happened in your life that you can go back to, and you can say, that changed the course of my life. So what I'd like to offer all of you is, if we're labeling them and we're masking the symptoms, if we're taking ADHD kids and we're masking the symptoms, we're putting them on a drug, and we're knocking down their self-esteem, yet we're telling them that they've got to read and they've got to do these proficiency things, but we're not giving them the confidence to be able to do it. We're not saying, hey, attaboy, you did a really good job. What's going on at home, or what's, looking at the different things that are going on. Foods. Go in the grocery store. It's one of the most toxic places you could ever go. Right next to your food is all the poisons and dyes, and it's in a lot of our foods. So what happens to their little systems, because we're all energy, what happens to their systems is they start bouncing off the walls, because that's one way that the body likes to expend energy and get rid of something. Is it, you either throw up, you have diarrhea, excuse me, I know we just ate, or the body wants to bounce off the wall. So you tell little kids to
calm down.
How can they do it? Their
Most
bodies.
kids have no idea what that means. Calm down is like some word in another language that doesn't make any sense. And when I worked out with the horses, I can actually give them a kinesthetic tool that they can feel and remember. When they sit on top of the horse and they get all excited and all bubbly, the horse walks forward. And when they sit there and they take a deep breath out and they start calming their body down, the horse stops. They've got it. They can touch it, feel it, remember it. It's there, how they can calm down.
It's actually the tools that we've developed and used. And let me tell you, she's the developer. I'm the life coach. I'm the person that listens and, help support. And yes, I come from, as we're working with parents and kids, and let me tell you, we've been in your community now for 4 months. We were invited over by a woman who lived here, Christine Hebel, and she saw a news clip of Danielle and the work she was doing. No, she saw it. She actually got a Google alert, and so Christine drove all the way over 2.5 hours to our home, brought her daughter and another woman, and we actually did, a session with them and showed. So she blogged about it, she wrote about it, and she said, you've got to come over and do one on the beach. The parents over there, you need to come over. So we brought all the horses and we came over. We actually did our first experience here. It's called the Drop Your Reins experience because it is an experiential.
The changes are almost immediate. You can actually see them the children as they've gone through the experience start to brighten up, start to talk. Some kids that would talk like this actually pick their head up and have enough confidence to make eye contact and have a conversation with you.
So we've been over here for 4 months, and it's been it's been on the front page. Have any of you seen it on the front page of the newspaper? It's also been on Channel 29 and Channel 264. Search Amelia came out and did a documentary. So all the people that are visiting your island are seeing it continuously on that continuous feed at the hotels and everything. So they're seeing her program.
Also, it's in the Islander.
It's been in the Islander for the past 3 months. So when we came over and we had to do this, we were doing this first experience, we needed to have a place to house our horses and to stay overnight. And so I had wanted always to do it right on the beach. So I knew a place that I had researched that I wanted to come over and do to house our horses and actually do it right on the beach. So I sent Danielle on the mission to secure our place for the horses while I secured a lot of the marketing and media and stuff. So she called up Debbie Manser. And Debbie has a horse ranch in Yulee called Cheers Horse Ranch. And that is where we've been basing a lot of our work that we've been doing in your community. I know a lot of you are community leaders and you're business owners and stuff, and the sheriff and different city councilmen. Stacy Johnson has come out and viewed, but we'd like to ask your support. We're here doing work in your community, trying to make a difference in your community that will affect your community for years to come. It will affect, because the timeline of a child, what I wanted to show you there is over 7,000 children per day dropping out of school. 1.2 million per year in this country alone. Do you know what an economical crisis that is for our country? 1.2 million per year. So you can either, as a community, pay now or pay later.